All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into another market and trade review for today, the 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. And the market goes higher. It ticks on once again. Let's take a look at it. If you're new here, welcome in. In the description for each one of these videos, there's a link to sign up for Webull if you don't already have a Webull account. Open a Webull account using that link, and you and I both get free shares. It's dope. So it's a good time. Use that, and let's take a look at it. So the paper account reminder, right? Some guy today in the comment section was like, "You're not fooling anybody. It's a paper account." I'm like, yeah, I know. I say it's paper account like every video, right? That's why it says paper trading, right? Not real money. In this account here, we're just treating it as if it's a real account. And because of my line of work, sometimes I can't pay attention to the trade, and if I was trading a real account and had to step away, that'd be gambling, and I'm just selling all the time. I can't take real trades. Anyways, that ship a sail. The account is up another 16 grand today. It's awesome. Like I said yesterday, right? Things are going to be picking up. The sizing is different, and the gains are going to be more consistent and larger because we're following the rule that I have in the strategy that we're using as far as sizing and risk is concerned. Things are only going to go quicker. So we sold our micro strategy today. However, and we sold our micro strategy. We took a loss on Google, right? Because of the reports for AI. We took a loss on Airbnb, which we sold at open. We should have held because Airbnb ripped later on. We'll take a look at that. And I think looking at everything now, at the end of the day when we closed, I think I'm sized in too big on a lot of stuff, right? Not the actual position size, but just how many positions I'm in, right? It gets tough to manage this many positions. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 positions. Some of them I'm going to sell tomorrow, right? The QQQs I'm selling tomorrow. The coin straddle I'm probably going to sell tomorrow. Half of it at least, for sure. Tesla though, I'm hanging on to. Did get rid of a few positions and added some more today, right? A lot of these have time though. These Dollar Generals, I can extend this here. These Dollar Generals aren't till May. Everything's till February 24th, March for Meta. The Meta calls and the Dollar General calls are based on order flow. If you don't know what order flow is, right? You can get order flow tracking services so that you can see and track massive blocks or orders that come in for calls or puts, buying or selling, right? Or just buying them to hold. Trying to click premium, whatever it is. And when you see massive blocks of millions of dollars come through on something that is unusual order flow, right? They call it whale flow. Then that's a good indicator that most likely someone knows something and something's going to happen. And so a great example of that today is why I took these QQQ calls, right? So today on Twitter, let's see if I can pull it up. I'll grab it for you guys. On Twitter today, this flow that came through. And show you why, we were looking at this. Let's see, bookmarks and all bookmarks, and it was cheddar flow. And I'll grab it right here. Okay, yeah. So here's the tweet. So today, right, here's the tweet. Millions of dollars worth of QQQ and SMCI come through. And I think that's odd. Millions of dollars of QQQ calls, that doesn't get reported very often. So I take a look at the Qs, right? And the Qs, they're having a good day and they're just riding everything up, right? Riding the tech wave up. We talked about this yesterday, testing the EMAs. But at the time that these were filled, this is the candle, right? And I'm thinking, why are they loading up on it for a test of the VWAP? They want to bounce, right? And sometimes you just have to trust the flow. So I do. Trust the flow. QQQ rips, as you can see from here. The reason, though, that it rips is because Apple rips. And why does Apple rip? Because a tweet news gets dropped, right? 4 minutes before the market closes, that they're going to come out with a something to compete with Microsoft's AI companion, right? And so odds are, right, I'm almost guaranteed that someone somewhere knew, right? And rather than directly getting exposure to this move by buying Apple, they buy QQQ because QQQ has their second largest holding is Apple, right? So when Apple moves, Qs move. It's just how it works, right? And so that's something you have to learn about the markets is when trading ETFs. what are the large holdings that the ETFs contain, and then you can get exposure to those holdings or to those companies by owning the ETF. So it's a good way to not have all your eggs in one basket, but catch big moves, or be able to catch a move in a better way, right? There's a way better chance of catching a move by owning an ETF or trading an ETF than just trading a single stock, right? Because the ETF houses 30 stocks. So that's kind of how that works. And so that's why we took that trade. And at first I straddled it off the order flow. I straddled it planning for a gap up or down tomorrow. And then when Apple moved, then I said, okay, there it is. I made the connection. I got out of the puts for like 10% loss, and the Q calls, right? These are up 50%, up $6,000. So that's cool. That'll be big. Tesla, head and shoulders plays out perfectly. Let's take a look at that, and then we'll go back to the normal track. And I'm gonna skip this song. Love me some Pomage, but this one, there we go. All right. Yeah, all this music, by the way, in all my videos is Pomage. If you don't know who Pam is, check him out on SoundCloud. Guy's a goat, plays for Optic. Anyways, shout out Pam. All right. So we were gonna take a look at Tesla, right? The head and shoulders that played out yesterday. Now this is an into today. This is perfect. We talked about this yesterday, and I made some short videos on this as well. And here's this little drawing tool, right? I've put it in here to save it on the chart. So here's the shoulder one, head, and shoulder two. And sorry, I apologize. It's an inverse head and shoulders on this one. Inverse head and shoulders. Inverse head and shoulders are usually bullish, and in this case, perfect. We crossed above the EMAs through the support of the resistance of 194, above the 21 EMA, and now we're filling a gap. And the next level we have is 207 at the bottom of the gap, and then 210, 212 at the top. So big moves out of Tesla. Well, we're up 326% on that trade. It's awesome, super awesome. And looking at that. We'll make the rounds here, but looking at the SPY, right? Another day up, and we're looking for new all-time highs tomorrow. As far as the 5-minute is concerned, we need to go ahead and add some levels here that we don't have unless they're just turned off. Nope, they're not. Let's go ahead and get these in here. So we're looking for supports and resistances, right? So we're always going to put in the high of day. We're also going to put in the low of day. Then the next thing we look for is pre-market highs and lows. So, and after hours highs and high and lows. So here's after hour in here, low. And that's a really tight range though. What is this? This is from 501 to 502.40. I don't know that I love that. It's not, no, that's solid. Actually, I'd rather have it be down here. This is more of a support for me. This area in here comes down and tests this multiple times. These wicks are testing that. We were really choppy this morning. SPY had a hard time getting out and going. And then this is good in here. We're not gonna toy with that. However, this was a heavy level of resistance all day, right? The SPY tested 500.45, 550. I couldn't break it at all. And then when it finally did, that's when we went. So I like this level here. Maybe a little bit lower if we're gonna go wicks and tops. That's probably the wider range. We break that with strength one way or the other. That's a better telltale sign. It kind of splits it in the middle of the range for today, which is awesome. So that's the SPY. Qs we talked about, right? Big bounce on Qs. This is a perfect double bottom, tweezer bottom right here, right? If you're looking for a reversal and do you want to buy, learn, where to enter, learn candlestick patterns. Here we have a support, right? That is here, boom. And then we break below the support, and below the support we have this. We don't want that. We have this down in here, right? Uh-oh. What is this? Get rid of that. Anyways, then we have this tweezer bottom, double bottom right here, and then a bullish engulfing candle that wicks at, and then we break above, right? So even though we're testing the bottom of this, and if we use wicks as supports, right, down here, then it breaks it. So, and just this range, that's bullish engulfing and a tweezer bottom. That's enough. That's all you need. And that should have been a buy signal right there. Perfect. We never come back down and ride it all the way up. So cool trade out of Qs there. Tesla, we talked about head and shoulders. Microsoft on the daily. Can't quite get out of this yet. We'll see after we had this bearish engulfing candle here. And we have a daily higher low. Yep. So we'll see what happens there. Amazon, Bezos has been selling. We can't get above this quite yet. See what happens. Facebook gets its breakout finally. Netflix also got its breakout. We are now having an SR flip of this trend line from the weekly right there. So watching that. Taking a look at some of the smaller names, right? On the daily. PayPal, we also have an SR flip here. We're testing the bottom of it. Hopefully, it's not necessarily an SR flip, but just a trend line flip. So we're looking for PayPal to do that. Also looking for AI to hold up here at this level. AI cannot get above 33, right? Since for a long time, if it can, then we really go. The chips, I sensed a little bit of exhaustion, I thought, on the chips today, on NVIDIA and on AMD, right? It felt like it, but then I see order flow come through and I'm not sure. We do come back up in after hours. I sold our NVIDIA shares for a loss. Just the timing wasn't right and the theta decay was really, really nasty on them. So I think I took like a 12 or 15% loss on the NVIDIA shares. But, you know, the joke of it all is freaking SMCI. This is dumb. So dumb, dude. SMCI, freaking, this is absurd. We hit $1,000 today. People are making hundreds of thousands of dollars on Wall Street bets left and right, you know, that I see. This is insane. I know some guys on Twitter Spaces that are like up 2 and 3, 4, 5, even like 7,000% on some of these calls. It's gross. And the price target, I'm seeing some people putting price targets for NVIDIA and SMCI of like 1,200. So the chips maybe aren't slowing down, at least SMCI isn't. And then Coinbase, we got to talk about. Coinbase had earnings, right? So let's take a look at the 5-minute earnings for Coin. 193, we're at 189. That's going to put us, as far as the daily is concerned, right, way up in here. So let's go ahead and snag that 193-ish level. We'll go right there. And we zoom out to the weekly. Oops. Uh-oh, I'm in drawing mode still. I don't want that. Oh no. Delete. Delete. There we go. Oh, why is it still drawing them? Delete. All right, cool. That's where we're at. So way up in here. And this is a little bit of a shelf. So we get above that. We're way above the 200 EMA on the weekly. And Coinbase, it's going to go. These, where are they? The calls are going to be up so much stinking money. I'm going to get, it's got to be around 300 to 500%, like something absurd, right? Because I bought 170s and we're trading at 190, almost 20 bucks above. Gonna be cool. Fun one to watch. Get that record on open. It's gonna be awesome. Anyways, appreciate y'all coming in. That's the market. Not a lot of exhaustion yet. I'm waiting for it, right? Accounting for inflation and stuff, the market looks similar to when it did in August of 1929, right? You get what I'm saying. Black Tuesday. So if they want to pull the rug, I'm here for it. I'm gonna short the crap out of it. It's gonna be a blast if they do pull the rug. If not, we just keep riding the wave higher. Much love. Appreciate y'all being in here. Remember, if your dreams and goals don't scare you, probably not big enough. See you guys tomorrow.